Hi, it's the 16th of May and today we're looking for dandelions. Okay, well there's quite a lot to say about dandelions, so I'll try and run through everything as quickly as possible. Well, firstly, I'm sure you're all familiar with what they look like. You've got this yellow flower, which is a composite flower composed of lots of small flowers. It's a member of the composite family of plants. And I'm sure you're familiar with the seed heads with these wind-blown seeds that blow away here. And the leaves, which have this toothed appearance, which well, the French name is Dandelion, tooth of lion, from which we get our name Dandelion. And has this long taproot that can reach down quite some distance. In rich soil, the roots have a forked appearance, but where they have to reach further to find nutrients, the taproots can go several feet down. Now, the long taproot is what enables dandelions to gather nutrition so easily, hence you'll quite often see them growing out of concrete and things like that. And yeah, they're known in the world of permaculture as a hyper accumulator, because they bring nutrients from deep down and bring them up to the surface, and they're really good for improving soils. And all parts of the plant are edible: the flowers, the roots, the leaves. They can be a little bit bitter. I personally find, with the roots at least, it's best to soak them in water for a day or two, and then they lose some of their bitterness. And the flowers, they're quite surprising. If you get one like this that's been here in the sunshine, in full sunshine, it's a nice fresh flower. Well, they're quite surprisingly sweet. And the Latin name officinale is a name that was given to lots of plants which had a specific medicinal use, and dandelions are absolutely packed with all kinds of beneficial alkaloids and chemicals and vitamins. Dandelions contain vitamin A, vitamin B1, vitamin B2, B5, vitamin B6, B12, vitamin C, D, vitamin E, iron, calcium, potassium, phosphorus, magnesium and zinc. Now, a common name in France was pissenlit, which means wet the bed, I guess, and this is because dandelions are a diuretic, and the problem with a lot of diuretics is you lose potassium when you go to the loo, basically. But the good thing about dandelions is they've got so much potassium in them that you don't lose any, you gain potassium from eating them. And they also contain a chemical called Taraxacum, which this clears the blood, and it's anti-inflammatory on your liver, and yeah, it's a specific treatment for hepatitis and jaundice related illnesses. The bitter taste of Taraxacum also helps deter herbivores from eating the dandelion. Horses in particular choose to avoid it. And another thing with Taraxacum is that it stimulates bile secretion, so which helps you break up things like gallstones and kidney stones. So yeah, it's a useful treatment for that as well. And it's a real shame that a certain multinational agrochemical company is currently running an advertising campaign that is declaring war on dandelions using glyphosate weed killer, which will eventually poison your soil.
Although it degrades relatively quickly, the effects of glyphosate herbicide can be more far-reaching. Glyphosate works by killing off most of the microbial life that is in contact with the plant's roots, leaving mainly pathogens that then attack the plant, which is now without its natural defences. Too much herbicide means too many pathogens and dead, infertile soil.
And I'm sure if dandelions didn't grow so easily and they weren't such a ubiquitous plant all over the place, then they'd probably sell for £3.99 a packet of 20 seeds in your local garden centre. And dandelions certainly used to be considered a valuable garden plant before the introduction of lawns, and when lawns became popular, then suddenly they became seen as a weed, but before then they were probably eaten as soon as they were seen growing or used for a medicinal purpose, and well, they're still eaten in parts of Europe anyway, so there you go. And they're a great nectar plant. I don't know if you can see, there's a nice brimstone butterfly here on this dandelion, and it's just feeding there. It's very nice. Yeah, so yeah, all those flowers, all those florets in there are full of nectar, hence they're sweet and they're great for insects. Now there's a lot being said about dandelions, and I don't want to repeat too much what other people have said already, but there is one thing which I'm sure you probably haven't seen before. If you take one of these hollow stems, make a little slit in each side of it, like so, then break it off, and you can do this.
The dandelion is attractive, nutritious, creates fertile soil, offers dozens of medicinal uses, and despite being much maligned by us humans, seems to prefer to grow near to us. Maybe it's time we started seeing it as a friend.